these 5 locations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, are all the locations that I have found. Check out that meteorite. So I was planning on doing a video about cloudite, but I think instead we're going to go get that meteorite real quick. So meteorite has a couple of it's flipped. Meteorite has a couple of locations it can actually spawn when it spawns on the map. The Marble Valley is a quite common one, so if you see it crashing in this location, that either means it's on the beach, which it could be right now, or it's in the Marble Valley. When it crashes in the Marble Valley, it'll only spawn in 2 locations, which I am driving to now, and I'll show you on the screen through the map. About here and here should be the locations. So if it is in the Marble Valley, you just kind of want to zoom out and drive up and see how that's all the regular nodes. That's all the regular nodes. Up here, that's all the regular nodes. But if you look down there, you can see there's there's iron, there's a meteorite, which means it actually didn't spawn in the Marble Valley. It spawned on the beach right next to it. So I know of 5 locations currently. One's in the mountaintop, 2's in the Marble Valley, and then one's on the beach, one's in a green area like over there. Again, I'll show those on the map, and I think we found wow, we found crimson. This is actually a really rare ore, and I have farmed. Oh my god, that almost just killed me. I didn't know it did that. So yeah, if you find this, be careful, because it'll fight back. Wow. Oh my god, that is expensive as hell. Okay. So there's that, and then here's what I came here for. This is what the meteorite looks like. It'll be like a gray regular rock with like a orangish, like it almost looks like resin, if you know what resin is from Minecraft, sticking out. And you need at least a tier 3, which I believe is steel. You need a steel pickaxe at the minimum to mine this. Let's collect all this meteorite, put it in the Taurus here. I'm going to drive around and I will show you guys all the locations of meteorite, so skip ahead if you're wanting to see, just see where the locations are, and so you know in the future when a meteorite falls, where to look in the sky. Almost no one ever actually goes for meteorites when they fall, but it's a pretty big mistake because this sells for a lot on the player market. I mean, you just sell it to the NPCs and it sells for just as much, but I prefer to stockpile it. Right now I'm kind of stockpiling the meteorite, and I'm going to sell it as a bundle, like in a box, for a bunch of money to a player someday, but that's just me. Other people just sell it immediately because you can't refine the meteorite. I think it's too tough for the smelters, so you're not able to refine it, which means that people just sell it immediately to the sell zone, or they just sell it away to a player. Welcome to the base. It's still a work in progress. It's not really completed yet. So it's going to be retro-futuristic, kind of themed like Fallout 4's theme is, which is a retro-futuristic setting. Let's dump all this. Make sure all the ore's out. We're going to close that. Alrighty, let's show you where all the locations of meteorite can spawn is. So normally, if you're just playing the game and then your screen starts to shake, look in the top left, and most likely it's going to say a meteorite has entered the atmosphere, a meteorite is falling, yada yada yada. Like, it'll say something about a meteorite and entering. If it says a meteorite is like spotted in the upper hemisphere or something like that, that just means that it's going to spawn soon, not that it is spawning. But once your screen starts to shake and like you look up, you see a rock falling from the sky, it'll almost always come from this direction and crash over here. So I'm going to go to spawn, and I'm going to show you the 5 different locations and how to get to them and how to get to the different meteorite locations. So starting from the utility convenience store, let's open up our map here. I'm just going to show you real quick where they spawn. A meteorite can spawn on this mountaintop. A meteorite can spawn on that marble area, down there, which we just farmed, and then the final location that I found is around here. To get to this one, you'd want to come past the furniture store, which would be, so if I'm here, come up this road, past the furniture store, around it, through this little rocks, and then right to the left, you'll see it right there. There's a little ramp right there. I'm gonna drive to all 5 locations. This will be sped up. But if you like see a meteorite in your game and you have no idea how to get to the 5 circled locations that I showed you, you can follow this and just check them out one by one. Oops, I hit the pole. This ramp leads to location 1 for meteorite. Sometimes it'll crash here. I think the most I ever got at this spot was 3 nodes of meteorite. Meteorite can spawn anywhere from 0 to 5 nodes, I do believe, of meteorite ore, and 0 to 2 rose light. Rose ore is actually super, super rare. This here is location 2. So it can hit around here to up there. It really just depends on where the meteorite lands, but it'll land on one of these squares. So there's 2 locations, and they're super close together. So when I see a meteorite falling from the sky in this direction, I immediately run to the marble, and then if it's down here, then I go down there. Alrighty, so starting at the store again, the Nova Bay Utility Convenience Store. Let's open our map so we know where we're at. If a meteorite was falling, and let's say it landed on the mountaintop this time, what we're going to do is we're going to come through the area, but instead of going to the Marble Valley, we're going to turn left again, then we're going to go straight up this little dirt ramp right here, and then we're going to fall, and then we'll be there. I'll show you how to do that right now. If the meteorite does crash up there, you will very easily see it, because it'll come in and it'll explode right there. Right there is where you're going to see this explode. So if it's the mountaintop spawn, this is how you get to it. See how we turned left instead of going to the Marble Valley? We'll turn left again to go up this ramp, and then at the very top of this ramp, you can either go to the jungle, turn left again, or go straight up into a dirt path. We are going to go straight up into the dirt path here, because we're going after the meteorite. We're not going to the jungle, and we're not going over there to the left. There's nothing really over there. Just follow this dirt path, and it should spit you out above on this green mountaintop. Once you're at this green mountaintop, you can either use the ramps to get down, which is what the developers really intend for you to do, but 9 times out of 10, I just run off the edge onto the next green zone. Although be careful, because if you just run off the edge, you could technically hit, could like clip and fall off the side of the mountain, which has happened to me before, and then somebody stole the meteorite because I fell off, but it will spawn right here. This is location number 3, the mountaintop. It'll spawn anywhere from like here to like anywhere in this green zone really is where it'll spawn. Starting at the convenience store again, we're going to turn left instead of going forward. We're going to head to the furniture store off the distance there. That's the furniture store if you don't know where it is. Again, you do need a tier 3 pickaxe to mine meteorite, so I don't recommend doing this unless you have a steel or titanium pickaxe, or better. We're going to turn right and go up this little ramp. It's right next to the furniture store. up these little rocks. You can go to the left or the right. It doesn't matter. This is just a pillar in the middle of the road. Now, once you get spit out here, you should be able to see if it spawned here. It'll spawn right there, and you'll know if meteorite spawned here because you can see from here if there's ores. If there's ores over there, that means that the meteorite has spawned. If there's no ores, that means that the meteorite hit somewhere else. So you can tell immediately by standing over here and then look, and if there's like ores around in that area, even if it's just copper, even if it's just iron, there's no copper in meteorite. Even if it's just iron and coal, there's no meteorite ores. That means that it did land there, it just didn't spawn with meteorite. Because that is always a chance, you know. You can always go to a meteorite and they're not actually meteorite ores, just iron and coal. That's happened to me like 5 times now. It's kind of annoying, and it does suck that developers did that, but I mean, you're not gonna get filthy rich off a meteorite. Let's be honest. This is like a it's like a fun event you can go to, and it's worth about like 4,000, I'd say, on average. On average, I get anywhere from 1,000 to like 10,000 worth of material every time I go. Like that last one I just went to was about a 10,000 material plus. That one was actually worth a lot. Those roselites were about 3,000 a stone, and I got like 4 of those, I think, plus like 4 meteorites, which are like 500 a piece. So that was actually pretty good. And for the final one, I kind of already showed you, but we're gonna start again at the convenience store. Instead of going to the Marble Valley, we're gonna head straight towards that beach location. Now, again, I don't recommend going straight towards the beach location, because if you go straight towards the beach location and it ends up being on the Marble Valley, you're going to have to go back around through the Marble Valley and then go to that. And by then, it's probably likely that somebody else has already yoinked it and grabbed it. I heard the thunder, the thunder rolling, and I thought that was another meteor. That sound effect you just heard, that thunder sound, it'll sound very similar to that when a meteor enters the atmosphere. Now, I don't know if it's the same SFX sound effects, but it sounds very, very similar. Turn left here, almost like we're going to go up the mountain, but instead of going up the mountain, we're going to go straight. And this is the beach location. Turn to the right here, right past the mine, we're going to turn to the right. We're going to see the ferry, and it'll spawn right here. Right here, if you remember, is where we jump down from the marble, and it spawns anywhere from here. This one's a really big location, but it spawns like anywhere where my mouse is circling right now. So about like this. About this is where the meteorite will spawn. Again, these 5 locations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, are all the locations that I have found. Now, it is possible that there is more meteorite locations, but I am not sure of that. The roselite, not the roselite, the crimson, the raw crimson sells for $400 a unit. This is 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000 roughly. So this right here is 12,000 alone from just 1 crimson. I'd say I've probably gone to 10 meteorites, so it's looking like the chances are 1 in 10. So far, it's been about 1 in 10. Right now, I am opening a lot of chests and stuff to try and make sure the percentages on the wiki are correct. But this seems like a 1 in 10, even though there is no official statistic on the wiki. So this is meteorite. You can see by my gigantic pile. I've gone to a couple of these. My biggest my biggest piece that I found so far is this one, which is 2,300. My smallest piece, which one was it? Because this is all, I think this is it. This is all, yeah, 300 versus 2,300. So this is about the difference in size that you can get from the meteorite. It's a pretty good side hustle, but it's not really something you want to farm with. If you want to make real money, I'd recommend going Cloud Knight farming. Use a get up here to smelt and then package the Cloud Knight and then sift it. That's what this is. This is a sifter. And then you can get stuff like silver keys, golden keys. You can get chests. From the chest, you can get runes, which once you awaken them, they sell for over 100,000 on the player market. You can get all of this loot, the gemstones. Each of these open up the blast shard area, which is a pretty good zone to farm. This is silver and gold, which you can also get from the sifting. There's not really much to like learn or know about it. It's a pretty simple event. It falls from the sky like I'd say like every other day almost, maybe every other 3 days. It's not that uncommon of an event. It happens all the time in the servers that I'm in, especially if you're playing for a few hours at a time. You will see multiple meteorites fall throughout the session. Really, there's no way to trigger it. You just need to be patient and you need to wait for it. But once it happens, make sure you're the first one there because anyone can mine it, and it's server based. So if somebody mines the node, it's gone. They're gonna have the loot and you won't. So that's why I changed gears immediately when I started this video, and I went to go get that meteorite instead of going to get Cloud Knight. But if you're looking forward to how to get Cloud Knight, there will be a future video on it. Just stay tuned for that.